Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Amber Unfiltered. Today I wanted to talk about something really interesting. So I was talking about this with one of my girlfriends last night after we were talking about the season premiere of Love and Hip Hop Miami. I wanted to talk about Florence L. Luce and Marlon, her husband. I don't know his last name, forgive me. And then I wanted to talk about Trick Daddy and Joy. Again, I don't know Joy's last name, but I wanted to talk about kind of like toxic relationships or like toxic marriages. But before we do that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you want to cash at me at Amber Unfiltered Show, that'd be greatly appreciated. So the reason why we came up with this was, or how we came to this conclusion was like, we were just talking back and forth about the show and how some of the couples or some of the women on the show are very similar, but they tend to clash a lot. So Florence L. Luce and Marlon, they have been in this holding pattern ever since they came on our screens a couple of seasons ago. Their relationship is riddled with infidelity, lying, manipulation, just BS. Like Florence, she's gorgeous, like beautiful. And we were also talking about culturally how she might feel conflicted to stay in her marriage because she is Haitian. I don't know a ton about the Haitian culture, but from what I saw on the show, it seemed like let me back up. So I don't know how long Flo and Marlon have been married, but they've been married a little hot minute, but he's always cheating. She kicks him out. They go through this cycle. She kicks him out. He's down on his luck. He's like homeless. He's like struggling financially. And then she takes him back and it just repeats. She says she's not with him. She's going to divorce him, but then she never does. So I'm thinking to myself, is this for the show? Is this to have a storyline? And I understand you have a job to do. I understand, reality TV stars kind of have to sometimes pull stuff out of their ass or, kind of just use something that they already have as the basis to continue their story. I do believe some of reality TV is real, but I'm pretty aware that most of it is not. It's scripted or whatever, right? Or produced. So she always does this, but then she always takes him back. Like I think one season he had like a secret love child, supposedly. She was screaming at him, carrying on like Kendra's Young Jock's wife on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, screaming, carrying on, breaking down. I mean, she seemed really hurt. Like I think her hurt was real. But sometimes I'm like, why doesn't she just pull the trigger? But also something else that I noticed was that her mom is always like, when you're going to get back with my son, because she loves him. And it's like, so is she bound by her culture to stay within her marriage? Like, is it like taboo to get a divorce? Let me know if you're Haitian or know if someone who's Haitian or in the Haitian culture, because I'm not super educated on this. But I noticed that she is hesitant to pull that trigger. And I know that they have a long history together. I know that they have a family. So there's probably combined finances, estates, and just spending so much of your life with someone. Like, it's probably very hard to give up on that because then you have to admit that you failed at something. But it's like, would you rather be miserable and your kids see that and then they repeat that in their own romantic life or relationships? Or would you rather move on, let them see it healed you? But I was like, it's probably not as easy to do as I think. There's probably more behind the scenes that I'm not aware of. So again, like I said, if you know a little bit about Haitian culture and like marriage and divorce and things like that, let me know. But it's kind of sad because every season, even with this season, she started off, oh, we're not together, but he's still in the house. But I know she's still dealing with him. And I'm like, it's her husband. I don't judge her for that part because I'm like, still technically you're legally married. You guys are in each other's orbit. But she was saying, her husband was saying, oh, she basically made me like the maid, the gardener, the this, the cook, the that. And I feel bad. But then it's like, I don't feel bad that much for him because he's completely disrespected his wife and disrespected the vows that they made, the sanctity of their marriage, and just the trust. He's really broken her trust. So it's probably hard for her to go back to him. She even dated a woman last season and that one left because she was still dealing with Marlon. And I'm like, girl, if you're going to be with him, be with him. Nobody's going to judge you. He's your husband. I just think that a lot of these women don't have self-esteem. And I think they have everything on the outside, but the inside is not, it's not inciting, if that makes sense. Like, it makes me sad that she keeps taking him back and putting up with this behavior, but I'm like, she probably almost can't help it. Sometimes things are cyclical. Like with trauma, I feel like you keep eating a PB&J sandwich and then someone introduces steak to you, you're going to keep eating that PB&J sandwich because you're used to it. You don't know any better. And I'm like, Florence is such a gorgeous girl. She has so much ahead of her. And he's dragging her down. I hate to see women get dragged down by ain't shit ass men. Like, and I don't think every man is ain't shit. Like, there are some really amazing men. I'm married to one. I know a lot of them in my family and his family. So that's not the case. So then also I wanted to talk about Joy and Trick Daddy. So Joy and Trick Daddy have been in the same kind of holding pattern. Oh, I'm getting a divorce. Joy will start the paperwork. Trina will help her, give her money. And then something happens and they just don't go through with it. I think with Trick, I think he's really hurt. I don't think he's in love with Joy, but I think he still loves her, if that makes sense. Like, he probably can't let her go. He gives me very much the classic case of, I don't want you, but I don't want anybody else to have you. And it's like, if you're not in love with her, let her go. Like, let her go, because it'll be better for the both of you. Carrying all that bitter energy, I'm low-key wondering if that's contributing to his physical health, and not trying to clown him or anything, but he's had a lot of physical issues, and I'm thinking him holding on, that bitterness, that anger, that pain, I'm wondering if it's like eating him alive from the inside out. Like, no cap. Like, I really hope it's not. But she asked for a divorce. She begs and begs for it. They've even dated other people. Joy has had boyfriends. He's had girlfriends or little side pieces or whatever, but they will not let go. I'm like, they're so tangled. They're so like intertwined with each other. And it's like, what is it? Why can't they get to the root of it? Even Trina has like, girl, y'all need to let it go. And Joy will try. And I think Trick wants to have control. I think he wants to have power. And that's the only upper hand he has over her, because pretty much outside of that, I think they live separate lives. Like, I don't think they live together. I'm not sure about as far as finances and stuff like that. I know a couple seasons ago, there were some issues with that, but Trick seems like he wants to have the upper hand. I wouldn't be surprised if he was a control freak, because maybe something that happened in his past. Again, I'm not trying to bash him. It's just my observations. I don't really see anybody talking about this online. So I was like, shit, I'm gonna get on here and say something. But both of those situations, I'm like, so what's gonna come of this? We're gonna be on season 10 or 11 or 12, and they're still gonna be on the same BS. And I'm like, I need to see them forge new paths. I want these women to get out of these situations that aren't serving them, but also the men, because it's making them miserable too. Like, all the screaming, the carrying on, the yelling, the cussing out, the embarrassing on national TV. I'm like, it's not worth it. But I just really wonder what it is, why they keep staying, in these situations. And I'm wondering why Flo is dragging her feet. I'm like, I feel bad that her mom is like rooting for Marlon when he's literally destroyed her daughter. Like, he's made her look so bad. He's embarrassed her so much. He has hurt her. Like, she's breaking down in tears. She looked like a little girl who like got broken up with her boyfriend. Like, you could just tell she's so hurt. And I'm like, do their kids watch this? Do their kids' friends watch this? Other family members? Like, what do they think? What killed me was her fucking raggedy ass sister, who looks like the Mucinex DM monster bitch, Gael's on site. She slept with her sister's husband, and her sister still took her back. I think she has a lot of people in her life who take from her and are technically leeches. And I just feel like her husband got to go and her raggedy ass sister got to go. I'm like, if those two things go, I feel like her career would go up. Like, she will blow. Like, she would totally be out there. She'd be in the fucking ethers, I feel like, because I think her music is a little bit better than Amara La Negras. Like, she has something there. I think she does like compa music, which is like Haitian Afrobeats type. I'm probably saying that wrong. I don't exactly know what compa is, but I'm not even sure if I'm saying that right. But I feel like certain energy can drag you down. And I see this a lot with women. They'll get with somebody who's not on their level. And I think Marlon helped Flo get to where she's at, and she kind of forgot the little person. And I get that. And maybe that's why he started cheating. Maybe because she wasn't home. Maybe because she wasn't available. That's not an excuse, but I could definitely see it. But I feel like he was doing this before she got put on. I think I even see this with like Cardi B and Offset. Like, Offset has made Cardi come down bad. Like, she was so full of life. She was so funny. She was so animated. She had a glow to her. And I think he just stole that from her. Like, I'm telling you, who you marry and who you take as a partner, it can really make a world of difference. Like, I just want better for the girlies. I want to see them in happy, healthy relationships. I want to see some type of resolution with Flo and Marlon, because I'm like, bro, the last 2 or 3 seasons, I don't even know how many seasons she's been on, but at least the last 2 or 3 she's been on, and he just seems sorry. Like, I'm like, and I hate to say this about a black man, he just seems so sorry, so bummy, so fucking dusty. And I'm like, what does she see in him? And then it's crazy because I think he's jealous of her. I genuinely do, because he'll try to make music, he'll try to come on stage and perform with her ops and stuff like that, or try to flirt with them and get with them. And it's like, girl, what are you doing? Like, I think last season he was on a Joy, Trick's wife. And then this season, it looks like him and Amara are going to have a little thing. And I wonder if he does that to get a reaction out of her, because he feels ignored by her, or he feels like, I can't get your attention any other way, so I'm going to do some crazy wild shit. Now you have no choice but to see me. And it's like, you got your wife out here fighting, screaming, raising her blood pressure for what? A Dusty? Like, period. I'm like, his hair looked like a fucking toupee, bitch. And the beard gotta go. Like, he just give me like he got dirty D. Like, I can't do it. Like, I don't know, he just gives me bum energy. And I'm like, Flo, it's okay to let go. Baby, you're going to be so much better. Your light will come back. Your spark will come back. Your creativity will come back. Like, I'm telling you, like, ugh. But also with Trick Daddy and Joy, I think ever since the season started, and probably even before they were on our cameras and on our TV screens, I feel like they were in this holding pattern. I'm like, what will it take? I know there's ways to get a divorce without serving the other person, like the paperwork and stuff, but I know that's a long process. I'm like, are these women okay? Are their spirits okay? Are their mental health okay? Like, I don't know. I just wonder why Trick holds on. I'm like, is he actually still in love with her and we just don't know it? But I think he just needs to let her go. Some people, they'll divorce and get remarried. Just look at Nene Leakes and her husband, you know, Greg, rest in peace, who passed away. They got divorced and then they got back together. That happens all the time. But it's like, you got to let her go because it's just making you miserable, taking her down with you. You're bringing her down to your level and it's just not working. So I don't know. I just wanted to make a quick video about that because I thought it was a really interesting topic. And I don't hear nobody talking about this. And I was like, I just be having really deep thoughts when I'm watching these shows. I'm like, yes, I know a lot of it is for entertainment and for our amusement, but there are real people on these screens and I know they'd be going through it, you know, just because they're all dolled up and look great and are having fun, you know, sometimes besides throwing drinks and throwing hands. There's somebody real behind that screen, and I do appreciate them sharing their lives with us because they don't have to. I know the money is sometimes good and that it helps promote their businesses and other ventures, but I really do feel for them, and I'm just like, what will it take? That's really my last question I have. But anyway, hope you guys like this video. Hope you comment. Let me know what you think. Love you guys and have a good night. Bye.